Hi, Mark.
Hi, Sharon.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm very well. I'm excited. I'm in a place where I don't know what I'm to do, but I'm giddy. I've had a lot of
Excellent.
caffeine and sugar today, so let's see how this goes.
Okay, well, welcome to our first podcast. Do you want to share what you called the podcast theme?
IoTsy, IoTsy.
And do you want to explain why?
Yeah, it's just very simple, really. It's if someone usually asks us and says, I need some of that IoTsy, Mark. Come on, IoTsy it for me, that IoTsy over there. So it's just easier to call it IoTsy. And if this gets cutted on the edited floor, it's not the name I originally wanted. Sharon vetoed a lot of them for no good reason.
I did, for excellent reasons. Right, do you want to tell me about MKL?
Yes, we are an IoT company. We're positioned, we sort of position ourselves in the middle of a traditional engineering company and an IoT business. I'm realizing that I'm looking at my hands and they're not on the camera. So it looks like, I don't know, there you go. An IoT business and a traditional engineering company. The reason why we did that was numerous, really. When we first started out, we cut our teeth working with different other IoT providers, some absolutely fantastic, others not so much. But what we found was where a lot of IoT projects would fall down and not go to scale was on the implementation. So you'd have a fantastic dream being sold. Look at IoT, give me some of that IoTsy. Look at all the great stuff it can do. Okay, I've bought, put it in my operation. Ooh, the implementation falls down. So we were always the engineering side of that dynamic. So we thought, well, we can do it for ourselves. We can do the engineering. We've got the cojones to go after IoT and make our own platform, bring them together, off you go. And it's myself and my brother, John. Oh, God, for my sins. I don't know why I did that with my brother, but I'm probably paying for that in a previous life somewhere. But yeah, myself and my brother originally started the company.
Great. Okay. And tell me about IoT for people who don't know what it is.
I think it just broke up then. So I think you said, tell me what IoT is.
Yes.
IoT, well, to be honest, there's different connotations for IoT. I can tell you what IoT means for us. So as I said, we're traditional engineering with IoT. We focus on building optimization. So a very good example and a very easy example would be integrating with a BMS system, building management system, or HVAC, and controlling that remotely. The reason why would you do that? One, BMS systems are phenomenally expensive to replace. And two, it is a lot cheaper to integrate with the BMS and control it remotely and do some cool stuff in regards to optimization for fan speeds and heating and cooling than trying to rip out and put a whole different BMS system altogether. So for us, it's all about building monitoring and controls.
Great. Okay. And is there a particular sector that IoT works best?
Well, IoT can be put on any sector, really. I think there's all sorts of cool things you can do with IoT. You see it within Tesla, you see it in SpaceX. I mean, not that we're anything like a SpaceX, although MKL in space, I don't know what that would be. I mean, I don't think I could spend a year on the International Space Station with John. His bum's too smelly. But for us, the sectors that we focus on are you've got multi-site operations, you've got manufacturing, retail, hospitals, government buildings, things like that. If there's a piece of plant in that building that is either in need of optimization or even is new and you want to know more about it, then we can deploy our system.
Great. And what kind of problems would be solved with your solution?
Oh my goodness. Loads. Again, just to not go down too much of the detail, giving you invisible data. A great example would be energy management. So energy is invisible. What I mean by that is if you get your credit card statement or your phone bill, it's itemized. When you usually get your energy bill, be that domestic or commercial, it's just a bill. 9 times out of 10, you always pay it. And why do you do that? It's because it doesn't break it down. Well, it might break it down in terms of the kilowatt hours and when it was used, but it won't break it down in terms of what floor, even what piece of equipment was pulling that power and when it was pulling that power. Why was it pulling that power? So for us, it's making invisible data visible. I think that's one of the key benefits of it as well. But more importantly, it's the ROIs. So what we try to do with the return on investment with IoT is, being honest, sometimes they look too good to be true. When you're putting in 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of projects in IoT, and they're paying back in less than 3 months. It is real and they are correct, but it's just trying to get people to actually believe them, which is a nice problem to have, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. So if I was just going to dip my toe in the water of IoT, what would you suggest I do?
Well, this is where a lot of IoT companies really let themselves down, in my opinion. I think big, scary proof of concepts, or POCs as they're known, are really good for those companies that have got budget. They know they want to digitalize. They're not too sure what they're going to do. They sort of roughly know where they're going to point it in their operation, and they want to spend some cash. Great, absolutely fine. But like you said, Sharon, if you just wanted to dip your toe in it, you need something that's not scary, that's cheap, and it's not going to require loads of sign-off, loads of installation, loads of cabling. So we designed a product called Renegade Ignite. The reason why we called it Renegade Ignite is it's to ignite your IoT journey. £1,500, you get a load of cool sensors, access to a really cool Renegade IoT platform, which is our platform, and a year's SaaS. And you don't have to go on anybody's network. It's all cloud connectors. So no really difficult issues in terms of data security. It is a completely non-intrusive and a really easy way to start. And that's what we like to do. Is we would always encourage people to start small, especially if you're not sure where you want to go. Build the trust with a supplier. We'd obviously love it to be us, but build your trust with that supplier. Make sure they're not talking crap or selling you a dream. Make sure they can do what they actually can do. But counter to that, if you're a big enterprise company, we've got clients that come to us for really big, serious IoT projects, monitoring some very important assets. We can deal with that as well. So we position ourselves of don't expect us just to be focused on the enterprise level. We can go from the one-man band to the SMEs and all the way up to the big corporates.
Great. Okay. What's your week been like? What have you been focusing on?
Oh God. Unfortunately, I spent most of my week with John, which was spent a lot of time in the car with him. Went to Bournemouth, which was nice. Interesting places, Bournemouth. It took a long time to go there from Leeds, but most of this week has been on building, and what I mean by building is further developing out Renegade, the IoT platform. We are going to about to launch today, which is Friday the 10th, an update to our Sandbox. I can explain what that Sandbox is in a minute, and in there you will see some really cool detailed analytics, non-scary, but positioned in a way that you can understand them. That's what my week has been entailed.
Sounds good. Tell me about the Sandbox then.
Well, the Sandbox it's like when you're a kid. Everybody plays in the Sandbox when you're a kid. It's a non-scary environment. It's a really safe place. Nothing's going to happen when you're there and your hands held. We wanted to replicate that in an IoT or digital world. So we designed a dashboard where anybody can log onto it and have a look and have a play. But again, this isn't about scaring people. This is showing people the power of IoT, but also in some ways how beautiful IoT can be, because it doesn't have to be horrible data and charts and analytics. It can be a very slick and sexy system. So we've designed a Sandbox, and the links are on my LinkedIn. They're on my Instagram account as well. They're on John's. They're all over social media. If you log into the Sandbox, you don't need any logins. You just click into the link, you'll be into it, and then you'll see Renegade IoT, and there's some really cool stuff in there. gives you an idea of what IoT can look like for you.
Fantastic. And what can we expect from you over the next week or so? What kind of things are you putting out there?
Well, we've just been told today, which is very encouraging. I'm very conscious, Shan, that your screen is froze unless you are perfectly still.
No, I'm
Are
still
you...
all right on my end.
you're like a mannequin. You're frozen in place.
Oh.
We'll muddle through. Don't worry, you're not frozen in a very unflattering pose. You see, you'll be able to see when we put it out. The good news for us is next week is an exciting week for us. We've got a week of surveying, but we've got a week of surveying with a rollout of our platform for a very big civil engineering company. Very exciting. We've been working. Oh, there you go. You're back. You've unfroze. It's very exciting for us because it's a real tick in the box that our platform is great. Our platform works. These guys want it. They're going to go to scale across their estate. So we've got a week of going and surveying, and then we price the product, and then off we go with the rollout. So next week is going to be really exciting.
Brilliant. It sounds like congratulations are in order then.
Well, as with everything, I'll be well. I'm never happy, really, to be honest. The rollout will happen, and we'll go on to something else. It's just always the way. Maybe that's probably why I'm sad all the time. Yeah, I cash it. Yeah, okay.
Why should we tune in next time? What are you going to tell us about next time?
Well, the reason why I wanted to do these podcasts is, as always, is a bit clunky, the first one, I think, but I want people to see our personality. I'm going to rope John, our Chief Operations Officer, into these going forward, because I want it to be funny. I don't want it to be serious. I don't want it to be, God forbid, it's boring and someone's waxing lyrical. But I also want to, I think we know some stuff. We're not experts in everything, but we know some stuff. But we're going to throw some debates in there. Just chat about 5G. 5G's getting a lot of traction at the moment. There's a lot of talk of consortiums being pulled together. There's a lot of scaremongering around IoT. About 5G. Am I going to fry when I go near an antenna and all that stuff? Obviously, you're not going to. But we're starting to get more and more involved in 5G, and we're learning quick. And we're finding that there is a big demand for 5G for us. It's very exciting because it feels like we're on the Starship Enterprise. And reading some facts about 5G is unbelievable. Did you know that with 5G, what does it say about a sprinter? I think it's 10 milliseconds from a sprinter hearing the gun go off and then starting to sprint. It's 10 milliseconds. With 5G, it is less than one. I mean, and the reason why that's important in regards to low latency is if you're bombing along in a Tesla and the Tesla sees a problem, you don't want it breaking in 500 millionth of a second, even though that's super quick, because by that time, at 70 miles an hour, you're in the wall. So it is awesome. It is awesome. I also read a really scary, or not scary, it's a really interesting one that with 5G connectivity, you can walk outside and just say Uber. You don't have to do anything on your phone, just say it and it'll know where you are. How cool is that?
Cool. And how do we get in touch with you if we want to? Where's all your deets?
Oh God, on LinkedIn's really good. On our website, we've got loads of stuff on our website. As I said, we're big on YouTube. We love loads of videos on YouTube. Emails. I love WhatsApp. I spend my life on WhatsApp. Cheeky gifs. Send a bit of a gif. We'll have that. Or is it a GIF? Is it a GIF or a GIF? GIF. I'm going to call it a GIF. I don't really call it being a GIF. Yeah, loads of GIFs. And we're always open.
Website.
Say again. Sorry.
Do you want to share your website details?
mklinnovation.com, and the YouTube channel is the same, and the Twitter account is the same, and the Insta account is the same. As you can see, we've had some marketing advice.
Brilliant. Okay, thank you very much, Mark.
Oh,
have a great day.
I've got other things to say, but I guess we're good.
Have a great day. Bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye. it.